This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. What's going on? It is Tuesday. This is Kaplan and Crew coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Along with Grande and the Brown Man, we're ready to roll. Yesterday was a whole day of Super Bowl review, and today is a whole new world. Because if you are a San Diego sports fan, what you're starting to look forward to is pitchers and catchers reporting and getting this Padre baseball season underway. If you are a general sports fan, you are thinking to yourself, oh no, football season ended. There's no more football. What am I going to do? Could be college hoops, could be NBA, could be just other stuff in life, like today being Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day out there to everybody who's celebrating. I did what most guys do on Valentine's Day. I walked into a grocery store early this morning to buy a card. I saw a whole bunch of other idiots just like me walking up and down the aisles. They had cards and crappy flowers that they were overpaying for. I get it. I'm in the same boat. So we're just getting started. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, and we're ready to go. Now, yesterday, you may recall, Browner, a no-show based on his story about the computer getting lost through Alaska Airlines. I'm coming into this today with no judgment, no preconceived ideas, okay? Browner is back. But as Browner is back, my man Grande Alejandro started sending messages at about 7 a.m. this morning that the electric was out in his North Park neighborhood. He was showing us pictures of the guys doing work in his alleyway. And when he would go out and bother them and go, yo, how much longer? They were like, oh, it's not much longer, like 3-4 hours. We're good. So now today, put them all up on screen. Browner's in the house. Jason Lawhead, who filled in for Browner yesterday, is in the house filling in for Grande. So this show in the 2 days post Super Bowl is just going completely off the rails. And frankly, I freaking love it. Browner, good afternoon. Jay Law, great to see you. Guys, let's have some fun today. What's happening?
First of all, I want to say something, be very clear about something. Fellas, y'all need to step y'all love game up. Here's why. On Valentine's Day, you shouldn't be scrambling for nothing. You know why? Because you shouldn't be suckered by the man. If you love your woman every day, if you treat your woman with love and respect every day is Valentine's Day. Every day is her birthday. Every day is Christmas. Every day is New Year's Eve. Every day is a day of love, brothers and sisters. Don't be fooled by the man into no card giving and heart passing out. You ain't in the third grade, baby. You ain't using no construction paper to cut no lines out, to use no paste to smack it together and give it to somebody who don't want you. Love
he ain't
day,
lying.
Man. Love every day, baby. Don't let these folks sucker y'all into something that ain't real. That ain't real. What's real is the love you got with your person, okay? Him, her, they, whatever it is. You got to love every day, man.
Dig it from the mountaintop.
Y'all wouldn't be cornered by this. Y'all wouldn't be cornered by this madness. The fact that you even forget that the day exists shows you shouldn't be worried about it at all. Zero. If you loving like you should be loving, this day ain't no different than yesterday, and it won't be no different than tomorrow.
Hallelujah right? And amen.
That's it, man. That's it. Fellas, we got to do better, fellas. We got to do better, because I got to understand women are falling short these days. So we got to pick up the slack. We got to love better. We got to be better in our relationships. Therefore, these days can, hit the road, bro. Kick that can down the road.
What are women falling short of today, Browner?
I ain't going to get into all that because this ain't that kind of show.
Oh, really? You got a different kind of show where you discuss this kind of stuff?
I might start one, man. But women are falling short. They know who they are. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Okay. And Jay Law, you're yelling preach. You're yelling, screaming from the mountaintop. You're giving you pump it up sign here. And so you believe in what Browner is preaching here this afternoon.
I like the message. I like the counterculture message of it. Yes, because you know what? If you do, like you try to do these small little Valentine's Day things as much as you can throughout the everyday, like every day is Earth
Correct.
Day, right? They say every day is
Correct.
Earth Day. Every day is Valentine's Day. We don't need one for it. I'm with you. It's more of a middle-aged white message I just gave, but still, yes, I don't hate what Browner is saying right now.
Okay, but
when
Browner,
when was the last time you gave your, not you two, I don't want to put nobody on the spot, but if you listen to this, if you were chatting, think about this. As a woman, you ever gave your man some flowers on a day that wasn't a day prescribed by the world? Hey, fellas, you ever just give your woman flowers randomly, or take her out to dinner, tell her dressed up, and just take her to a place unannounced randomly? You ever do that? You ever switch your game up like that? Don't let the calendar dictate when you love. Like, what's going on? What are we doing?
Kaplan, I just want to tell you this. Everything he's been saying, especially the first rant, and then going back to what you were saying about the grocery store and the people milling around. You know these reels that are popular? If you were to show surveillance video camera of what you were describing, a bunch of guys bumping into each other, grabbing the last card, trying to find chocolates off the shelf, with his voice over it, the reel as it's going on, and then maybe like cut to just a guy regularly in the summer, just like opening a door for the lady, giving her a kiss on the cheek, like his message, like we would all be like, yeah, man, that's awesome. That's so true if you watch that reel. So what he's saying is, there's a lot of truth to that sermon.
Okay, but let me push back a little bit. Okay,
give it to me. Give it to me.
Browner, listen,
you a calendar lover. Give it to me, you calendar lover.
And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of what you're saying that I'll buy, which is, what is Valentine's Day?
Yes. When did it come from?
Because literally every single day on the calendar, there is now something. Like, for example, yesterday was, you ready for this? National Tortellini Day. Anybody here celebrate National Tortellini Day yesterday, huh? How about this? Yesterday was National Apology Day. Did you get on the phone with somebody that perhaps, it's bugging you, it's in the back of your head? Gosh, I owe this person an apology. Hey, Steve, it's Scott. Hey, today's National Apology Day, my man. Remember that time? Blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to call and say, I'm sorry, buddy. Like, Valentine's Day is not one of these new pop-up Facebook kind of holidays. Is it a Hallmark card selling sort of holiday? Yeah. Is it a flower company holiday? Yeah, it is. But the bottom line is, if you don't have something thoughtful, and it doesn't have to be an expensive gift, if you don't have something thoughtful for your lady today, you will suffer the consequences. I'm telling you right now, dude. Like, you disagree. So let me just ask this question. I'm just going to ask this question. Jay, you're married. Okay. Today's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you are doing for your wife that indicates on this particular day, Valentine's Day, the day of love as it is celebrated in America our entire lives, are you just blowing off the day, Jay?
Well, technically I am, because her birthday's on the 16th. So tomorrow night is the day we got engaged. So tomorrow night is the whole, like, everything. The whole thing is tomorrow night. The whole kit and caboodle. All the celebrations.
Okay. All right.
Technically,
Brown.
Today I have a little pressure off of me today.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Questionnaire. Let me ask you a question. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. You out here running around like a mouse in a maze to find some flowers.
Yeah.
What she give you this morning? Huh?
Well, okay. Now time out.
What she give you, fellas? Fellas, what they give you this morning, fellas? What they give you? What they give you? Huh?
Okay.
Actually, I got something.
What'd you get?
Cologne.
This morning.
Yeah.
You received a bottle of cologne.
You get some curve?
And a card. No, I got Valentino from Rome.
Yeah, I mean, it's Valentine's Day. You got to get some Valentino, not curve.
Valentino.
Wait a second.
Any time of the year. They put it in a red can. What are you doing?
But Brown, let me ask you a question, Browner.
The bottle.
Are you telling me that you are not doing anything for any of the ladies in your life on Valentine's Day?
Not one. Listen. I'm going to expose a little bit of me right now. everybody know I'm not a calendar lover, brother. Everybody know. Everybody know I'm against the man's mandated date for love because I love every day. I love every day. If you in my orbit, okay, if you within my gravity, you know you loved, all right? When I get a chance, dinner, bam. Night out, bam. I got you. I got you. But what I'm not going to do is be told when to do it. That's what I'm not going to do because that ain't real. That's manufactured. That's created. That's microwave. I don't want no microwave.
All right, so let me ask you a question then.
Microwave holiday.
Then let me ask you guys a question. Then let me just ask you guys, and then hand me off a little bit of advice here, okay?
I got one more thing I want to say before you get to this. One more thing
Go
I
ahead.
want to say this. Okay.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead,
Ladies,
Mr. Microwave.
Ladies, let me tell y'all something.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all gonna take this the wrong way, but I gotta be direct because we sharing things right now. We getting things out in the open. Y'all probably listen to this. You drive
trust tree. We're in the trust tree.
Yeah, trust free, trust fund, trust drop, trust fall, all the trusses, all of the trusses. Listen, the poom ain't the present. Okay.
What did
do
you
better.
say? The what?
I said the poom ain't the present. All right. If you giving that up at the end of the night as the gift, you have failed. You have failed. Okay.
Well,
love better, sister. Love better.
Yeah.
Now go ahead with your thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that part of it I can definitely buy, particularly when I was married. You know, like when I was married and you got laid on your birthday and on Valentine's Day, and like maybe if you got
divorce right there.
Maybe if you got lucky on New Year's Eve, you know what I mean? Like then I, you know, that I can buy.
Bro, that's the roadmap to divorce. That, you get something this day, you get something this day, you get something this day. No, man, go on somewhere. Go on.
All right,
somewhere.
so here's the thing. So today is Tuesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. I will not get done working this evening until 7 p.m. and I will be in LA when that happens, which means by the time I drive home, I'm going to get home at about 8:40-ish p.m., assuming that, you know, I can get through traffic and there's no rain. And that's too late on Tuesday night to be taking my lady out for a Valentine's Day dinner. Because
that's true.
Honestly, like nowadays, everything's closed at 8 o'clock, you know?
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah. So my plan is to celebrate Valentine's Day tomorrow. And what you're telling me is you don't have to actually buy into Valentine's Day, but maybe it's just like Hebraic guilt that I live with. But I feel like if I don't do some sort of gesture for Valentine's Day, that means that I've let a day go that is considered to be a romantic holiday. And while some ladies might say things like, oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to get me anything. Or, oh, don't worry about it. It's just another Tuesday. I think that is like a setup for failure. You know, I think that is, you're being set up, fellas. So it's true. Early this morning, I got done at the gym. I walked next door to the grocery store. I walked in and my observation was there are a bunch of big dummies walking around the store like zombies. One guy's holding a card. One guy's holding flowers. One guy's holding a box of chocolate, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, all these guys are in here doing the same thing I am, which is getting a card at the last minute. But Browner, I will very often go to my girlfriend's house almost weekly with a bouquet of flowers.
My man, there you go. Now you're talking. Right. Now you're talking.
And it's a simple thing. And the main reason I do it, I hate to be so like corny about it, the main reason I do it is that my girlfriend has 2 teenage sons. She's a single mom with 2 teenage sons. So when I walk in with flowers every week, I want the boys to see this is how you're supposed to treat a lady. You know,
nailed it.
Right. So I do that frequently, but today being Valentine's Day, I felt like I needed to do something a little above and beyond. That's all.
Listen, what you're saying makes perfect sense. And I'm not against it per se, but you are setting a standard going forward of how my woman will be treated by me. Okay, don't let this speed bump known as Valentine's Day force you to do something else. If she fell asleep not knowing she was loved last night, that's on you. That's on you. So if she woke up this morning, now she knows she loved because you showed her with some flowers because today told you to, then you on the wrong track, player. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying,
Well,
fellas.
I didn't intend at the beginning of today's broadcast to go in this direction, but here we are.
Y'all know I got something for every day.
Yeah, I know. That's what happens. Hey, I will say this. We do got a lot to get to today. The Padres, as they are getting set for pitchers and catchers to report, okay? The Padres signed another pitcher. And this is kind of one of those late signings, like right before spring training starts. This is not a big household name. This is not some explosive dollar signing. This isn't a $30 million a year guy, but it is a guy who's a veteran pitcher, who's been around baseball, who's been rebounding in his career. And very frankly, I think when we say the name, most people, including myself, by the way, is everybody familiar with Michael Wacha? Because I really wasn't, but I had to go back and take a look. I mean, all these years in St. Louis, a stop with the New York Mets, a stop in Tampa Bay, last year in Boston. So things kind of went off the rail for my man here after, like 6 or so seasons with the Cardinals. And now the Padres adding arms, or supposedly starting pitching arms. And look, not every signing can be like some monster explosion and celebration, but adding to the roster. So we'll definitely get to the Padres and what they've just done as we get ready now from football transitioning, especially San Diego fans, into baseball. Another thing I definitely want to get to today is this. We talked a lot during the season, the football season, about Brandon Staley, the coach of the Chargers, and being really young and having sort of what you call a meteoric rise from like defensive assistant at some like Division III little nothing college somewhere to becoming an NFL head coach. Well, same situation happening. Indianapolis hires a new head coach. The whole Jeff Saturday ESPN to the Colts experiment, that didn't go very well. And for as much as Saturday was considered a consultant and a friend to the owner, that thing's over with. And who do they go hire? Not an experienced guy, not somebody that walks into the locker room and everybody goes, wow, super impressed. To me, a Brandon Staley-esque kind of character.
Breaking news.
Let me finish this thought. Here? Oh my gosh, wait a second. I'll finish the thought in 10 seconds. This guy that they're hiring, Shane Steichen, who is the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, this guy was like a quality control, nobody coach just a few years back when he was at the San Diego Chargers. So get to that story also coming up. But Grande has just jumped into the show completely unexpectedly. What is going on with you today?
Nothing with me. Been ready to go since 6 a.m. It's what's happening in this freaking neighborhood right now. I have no freaking clue what was going on today.
Well, I told the story from the beginning that you were outside talking to the guys from, I guess it was SDG&E, going, fellas, how much longer are we talking about? And they're going, yeah, we're almost done. Like, give us 3-4 hours. We're almost there. What's going on in your part of North Park?
It's still, I could literally see Cox trucks, SDG&E trucks, and the one email that I got was, you will have no power starting Monday night at 9 p.m. Work will be complete no later than 6 a.m. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I could sleep no power. Who cares? I wake up at 6 a.m. All night, these dudes are doing something. I don't know what was going on, what they were doing. All night, it was a construction zone out here. So I hit the Tory bag and I knocked out. But they were working, man. So this morning, I go out there and there are trucks lined up. You know the ones with like the lifts to the power lines?
Yeah, those like bucket trucks.
There's maybe 15 of them in my alley. Mm-hmm. I look down the other alley. There's more. I go to the front of the street. There's Cox cut trucks everywhere. There's SD&E trucks everywhere. Turns out they have installed an entirely new power grid in this block, like an upgraded power grid. That is what has been happening and is still happening. It's like a 24-hour job or something. So I have electricity at the moment. I currently have Wi-Fi. I've had electricity for about 45 minutes. I didn't have internet. So now I have internet. So I just thought I'd check in. I don't think this is reliable right now. I still think you guys got a 3-man show today, but I just thought I'd check it. I didn't want to bust a browner, I don't want I didn't want to. I didn't want to bust the Browner. You know what I mean?
Wow. Hey, let me do this. You guys take us to break. Take us to break. Hold on, but take us to break. Alex, when we come back, I want to share with you our opening thoughts and get from you if you're more like with me or you're more like with Browner. But take us to break, because just as this is all happening, guy just showed up at the house. Dog is about to attack the guy. You guys take us to break in 40 seconds, and I'll be right back.
So basically, did you guys talk about, what have you guys talked about? 40
We
seconds.
talked about
How many segments did I miss?
We talked about Suckers Day. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
And
I'm a sucker.
Pretty much the entire time we talked about Suckers Day, and now he was running around in the store trying to find something with a bunch of other suckers.
So sucker number 1 just left. I saw his Instagram post. Sucker number 2 on my top right, I saw his Instagram post, and I was like, you know what? I'll be sucker number 3. So I put an Instagram post while I was waiting for my Wi-Fi to come back up.
Oh wait, y'all out here doing y'all posting too? Y'all out here listen. I guess for 3 married guys, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta
talk about it when we can talk about it.
We'll find out the moment we come back when Scott comes back doing whatever it is he's doing, chasing his dog, fighting lawsuits. I almost said Brown and Lawhead. Kaplan and Crew when we come back.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Brought to you by MedCline. Sleep better, feel better, live better.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
At Shelter to Soldier, being a private nonprofit, we rely on the community. Thankfully, we have sponsors like the Barnes firm that get behind us.
We understand the difficulties that many of our veterans face when they come back into civilian life. And this program just seemed like the perfect fit.
Today we're catching up with Barney. He is now in our matching phase of our program. He is meeting eligible veterans in what we call speed dating.
How's it going?
So we have just recently approved 5 new veterans for our program. So Barney will be meeting every single one of them to see if he is the perfect match for them.
Barney's perfect date would be a nice long walk on the beach, and then he would like to end the night with a nice dinner with his veteran.
We got to find the right person for the right dog.
When someone you know has COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, things can progress very quickly, making them feel hopeless. But it doesn't have to be like this.
See, Mom, this place is going to be great for you. They're going to help you breathe better.
Pulmonary rehabilitation at La Mesa Rehab focuses on patient education and training. We use special therapies to improve your lungs, clear out mucus, and keep you out of the hospital. Pulmonary rehab is Medicare approved. Call now to see if you qualify, or ask your doctor about La Mesa Rehab today.
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray-Lampert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Surf Soccer has been around for over 30 years. We're based here in San Diego, but we are the premier national youth sports brand in soccer. Our mission is to create experiences and opportunities for kids, and we do that here mostly in San Diego with our 1,000 kids, but we also do it through our events where we really help kids chase their dreams.
PNC Bank's sponsorship helps the kids here. One, it is to continue to help fund facilities like this where the kids can come play soccer. 2, it is really through our scholarship program. There are a lot of kids in San Diego that have incredible levels of talent, but they can't afford to play on a team like Surf. And so a lot of our sponsorship dollars go back into scholarships to give an opportunity for kids who are low to moderate income to play on one of the elite teams in the U.S.
Having a partner like PNC who is community oriented and cares about the development of youth in the community is amazing, because our missions are completely aligned and we're both driven by helping develop kids, and in this case through sport in San Diego.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Brought to you by MedCline. Sleep better, feel better, live better.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hey, everybody, it's Scott Kaplan from Kaplan and Crew. And with me right now is Rick Slider. He's the CEO of MedCline, which, by the way, is a pillow that is going to change your life. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you right now. Rick, how you doing, man? Where do we find you today?
Scott, great to talk to you. I'm in sunny San Diego, a place you're pretty familiar with.
Yeah, I'm glad it's sunny out. I see the Padres stuff right over your head. That looks pretty cool. And some Beastie Boys. You got some cool stuff behind you.
We had a different sports team up on the wall for a while that had to be taken down, say half dozen years ago. But the Padres still flies prominently on the wall.
I love it, man. Hey, if you could, while we have this time together, can you tell everybody the backstory of MedCline and how you guys have become such a big San Diego company selling all over the world, and what the deal is with the MedCline systems?
Sure. MedCline started here in San Diego, started by a radiologist whose primary practice was at UCSD. And he was a longtime sufferer of heartburn and acid reflux. Tried everything, tried diet changes, was taking medication, proton pump inhibitors or PPIs that a lot of people take. But he was looking for a natural way to reduce his heartburn symptoms. And he found through trial and error that when he slept in an incline and when he slept on his side, his heartburn and acid reflux symptoms would dissipate. Because he's a doctor, he wanted to make sure that this just wasn't by chance. And so he set up some clinical studies using a system that he designed and patented. We got clinical trial results, found that there was a strong reduction in the esophageal acid that would take place during the night, reducing his symptoms. And with that, decided to create a product called MedCline and commercialized it a few years ago. And that is really how our company began, with his personal desire to stop his heartburn and reflux symptoms.
That's amazing. It really is amazing. Like when you have something wrong, you're like, I'm going to fix this problem. But you know what's amazing to me is that acid reflux is a problem that obviously a lot of people have. But for me, I have shoulder pain, chronic shoulder pain from the way I sleep, because I sleep with my arm over my head and then my pillow in between. So when I got my first MedCline, I didn't realize there's the reflux relief pillow, but there's the shoulder relief pillow. And it's completely changed everything for me. My shoulder pain has gone so far down because I'm no longer sleeping like this. I'm like underneath. And tell me about the shoulder pillow, please.
Sure. First of all, I'm so glad to hear that it's working for you. That's fantastic. Secondly, as we brought MedCline to the marketplace, we found that there were a number of individuals that benefited from therapeutic side sleeping beyond just those suffering from heartburn or GERD. And the primary use is for shoulder pain. And the reason I think people like you have been so comfortable with the MedCline is because of our patented arm pocket. When you try and sleep on your side and you have shoulder pain, you run the risk of your shoulder getting frozen, exacerbating pain that you might be feeling, whether it's due to rotator cuff, general shoulder soreness. And so our incline has a patented arm pocket that allows you to either rest comfortably on your elbow or to slide through, sounds like what you do, slide your arm through the system so you can stay at an elevation and sleep comfortably on your side throughout the night. And today, here in 2023, our shoulder product is actually our top seller. It surpassed those that suffer from heartburn and acid reflux, simply because there's more people with shoulder injuries across the country. And we're glad that we're able to help you out.
It's awesome. Hey, we don't have a lot of time, but in the last minute, would you just tell everybody how the MedCline products, though, have gone viral, particularly on TikTok? Just give us like a 30 or 60 seconds about what has happened.
You know, I'd love to say that I'm a marketing genius here, Scott, but really it's just about excited consumers sharing the benefits they get of MedCline. And it's amazing what happens when people finally can get a good night's sleep, how they're so excited to share that information. And recently, we've always been a part of social media, but recently we've kind of found a niche within TikTok. I didn't know that healthy sleep TikTok was a subgenre, but it really is. And with a few different posts, we've seen over just in the last 30 days, over 10 million people exposed to our MedCline products. So we're excited about the virality that this has created. I think it's in part because we have a 95% customer satisfaction rate. We know we can help people get a good night's sleep. It does take a while to adjust and sleep differently. But we're excited to see kind of the viral nature of our product grow, and we're excited to help out as many customers as possible.
It's awesome. I want to encourage everybody who's watching right now, go to medcline.com, medcline.com. Look at the different products. Know you're supporting a San Diego company. And I encourage everybody, sleep better with our friends from MedCline.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
An ADU is an accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect her well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com.
Brought to you by La Mesa Rehab, improving the lives of those with all types of lung disease and long COVID symptoms.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content, and of course check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. What's happening? It is Tuesday. This is Kaplan and Crew, and we are coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. You're looking to play cards, blackjack, poker, pie gout, table games. That's on one half of the casino. The other side is Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, which is known as Sammy's Woodfire Pizza in the real world, but Sammy's Restaurant and Bar inside the world of 7 Mile Casino. 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. What a great place to play if you're just looking to play. You want big concerts, big fancy hotels, crazy pool scene? That is not what 7 Mile Casino is. 7 Mile Casino is a place to play cards. Come on down. 7 Mile Casino, 7milecasino.com. All right, so if you're just getting with us, here's how the show started. No Grande because of an electrical outage in his North Park neighborhood. Jason Lawhead in for Grande. Browner back after missing one of the most important shows of the entire year yesterday, the post-Super Bowl show. Okay? But then, just as me, Browner, and Lawhead were getting into it, all of a sudden, Grande got his electricity back and he showed up. So, Browner, if you could, put all four of us on screen for a moment here. Because if you're just getting here, Alex, here's how I started the show.
Yeah.
It's early this morning. I get done working out in the gym. I be up in the gym, just working on my fitness. He my witness. Woo, woo, woo. It's a little Fergie for you there.
Okay, I was wondering what that was.
A little Fergie is what that is. It's a little Fergie.
No one needed that, but okay.
Okay. So here's me, Alex.
Yes.
I go into the grocery store right after the gym, and I'm walking around just like every other dope in the store. Hey, where's the Valentine's Day cards? Ooh, these flowers, they're kind of expensive, and they're kind of not so nice. Why did I wait till the last minute? This guy's got a box of chocolates. This guy's got a card. The whole Valentine's Day card section, everything has been just taken, right? So Browner says, why are you letting the man dictate to you when you show love? You should show love every day. Don't let the calendar dictate.
Don't be a calendar lover.
So I said, well, look, I feel a certain amount of, I don't know if I call it pressure, but I think you're supposed to do something nice on Valentine's Day for your lady in particular. Browner says, no, ladies coming up short. Ladies don't do that. Ladies be coming up short. So here's really the question. Browner is doing 0 for Valentine's Day for his lady. And I posted a picture this morning of me and Rachel on Instagram to wish her a happy Valentine's Day and to tell the world how much I love my lady. Browner's insulting me on that. I did go and get her a gift last night, something that I think she's really going to like, and it did take some effort to get this gift. Not overly extravagant or expensive. It was the thought that counted, I hope.
Yeah.
So are you and this is your first Valentine's Day as a married man.
Yeah.
Are you don't do jack squat for Valentine's Day because it don't matter? Or are you no, I think I need to do something nice for Valentine's Day. I need to recognize the holiday.
You ain't got to ask him. We already know who he is. We know who he is. He got the bike stolen from him like he was the dude from Friday. We know he's a calendar lover. We know he's a flowers and candy today kind of guy. We know who Alex is. This ain't what you doing.
I think we need to clarify a point here real quick. Alex is not that guy. His wife is that girl, though. His wife is that girl. His wife expects these things. His wife likes those things. His wife needs those things. So then Alex must become that man to then be that man, or else I'm sleeping outside in the rain tonight. So yeah, I've had this discussion. I've lost this discussion. This isn't a because I'm a husband, she's my wife thing. This is early on. I hate Valentine's Day. It's the most stupid made up day of all time. I think it's a complete scam. I think especially in 2023 where we want equality, what is this holiday? But I think that if your wife tells you to do something, I'm smart enough to do it. So I was told, multiple years ago, I like Valentine's Day. I like having a gift. I like flowers. I like chocolate. I like this. So I shut up. I go get a gift. I go get flowers, and I gave her some chocolate, and I'm golden. Good to go.
Question. Let me ask you a question. How long you been with her? 5 years? 6 years?
9 years.
9 years. Okay, perfect.
8 years.
Perfect. Okay, don't get that wrong out loud. 8 years. 8 years.
If I had to poll while you figure something out, I got to poll you three guys right now. What do you think is pound for pound more important to a girl, her birthday or Valentine's?
Her birthday. Next question.
Definitely birthday. Definitely birthday.
Okay, 8 years.
Valentine's Day is a close second. I think Valentine's Day over Christmas. I think Valentine's Day over
Really? Valentine's Day over Christmas?
I think so.
Really?
So the
Wow,
top
that's-
three to meaning
When you're
all
talking
girls.
about a couple, the birthday is number one.
Right.
That goes without
Anniversary
saying.
is number 2, bro.
But I have spent Christmases away from Mar. I don't think I can get away with Valentine's Day away.
Oh, she really loves Valentine's Day.
Anniversary, man. Yeah.
Man, see,
Okay.
my wife is definitely Valentine. I guess because her birthday's on the 16th, 2 days after, and we kind of do everything. Because I would say even our anniversary, yeah, that's a great day. But as it comes around every year, it doesn't even hold a candle to Christmas for my
Let me
wife
ask
as
this
far as,
question
like a
of
couple's
Alex.
holiday.
You've been with your wife now, for 8 years. Can you name me 8 things she's gotten you on Valentine's Day?
Oh, this is wait.
know
I
what?
just want to say one thing.
I
Browner
get
keeps
5.
doing
Give
this.
me 5
Browner
things she
keeps
got.
doing this. This whole thing comes down to for Browner that he doesn't like that the man is doing for the woman.
Yeah.
He thinks that it's unfair that the woman is not reciprocating to the man.
Yeah. I mean, Browner does give that vibe off where I'm not going to do anything for you unless you do something for me vibe, right? I mean, that I don't think anybody's surprised. I don't think anybody's surprised. Like Browner is a giver.
Second time you fired shots at me since you've been here the 10 minutes you've been
Browner,
here.
Browner is a giver as long as it's reciprocated.
So Browner keeps a scorecard, is what you're saying.
100%. Come on. Does Browner not give that vibe off? I could be wrong, but does
That's
does
funny.
Browner not give scorecard vibes off?
I never really thought about that one.
Wow.
Sometimes
Let me ISO. It's time for
When he
some
busts
ISO
out-
here.
when he busts
To
out
the
the
quarter,
12
to the
cell
side.
phones.
Everybody run y'all play on the other side. One-on-one ISO, sir. Let me explain something to you about me, man. I'm a giver. I'm a 100% giver, okay? The problem is I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for the brothers with no voice out here today, okay? This is normally they have been taken over by women.
Brothers
I'm
with
speaking
no
for the
voice.
brothers who don't have no position of power, okay? I'm here to tell y'all through this amplified microphone that one thing and one thing only. If you've been with a woman for 8 years, 10 years, Jason's case, 50 at the rate he going, what can you turn around and say? For the last 5 years, I'm going to chop it down for all you fellas listening, chatlins, everybody, if you ever hear this. In the last 5 years,
Yes.
if you've been with your woman for 10 years, give me 5 years what she gave you on Valentine's Day that you could remember. And the poom don't count.
You know what, dude? But I don't even ask. I'm not asking for anything in return.
But hold on. No. See, that's where you fall into the trap. See, if
That's where you fall
society,
into the trap,
if
see?
society is dictating, you give her something. Where's the pressure from society for her to give you something?
All right.
How does that
So
work?
just let me tell you something.
So you're mad at society.
I'm not.
That's what you're mad at
Yeah.
society. You're mad at the society. You're mad at society letting men get taken advantage of one day of the year.
Come on, Browner.
Thank you.
Come on, Browner.
What?
Really?
What?
Come on, man. Come on.
What? Men,
Come on,
listen,
man.
men be giving every day. Men are giving every day. We building roads. We putting in new power structures in people's alleys. Men are giving every day. When are we going to get?
Oh, good God Almighty!
When are we
Jesus,
going
man.
to get, fellas? When are we going to get? We keep giving and giving and giving. When you gonna get?
This is a man.
This is also the same dude that hates Father's Day because it's not as equal as Mother's Day. Remember
This
that?
is It's not. Ask any father. Ask any father. What is Father's Day like? It sucks. It's not great. It's not great. You get the worst gifts. And you get the worst gifts.
Browner is probably the guy that complains about his Christmas presents.
Okay. I mean, Browner, I should be the guy who complained about my Christmas presents this year or my Hanukkah presents. You know what I got from my kids? Jack and Squat.
See?
Not a damn thing.
See?
And I don't care. I don't care. I don't need any gift. Listen, today, Valentine's Day, and I'm getting ready to move into something else here. But today, Valentine's Day, I'm happy to give. And very frankly, I hope that Rachel sees what I'm bringing and goes, wow, that was really thoughtful. Wow, that was really nice. Geez, this took a lot of effort. You know, you didn't walk into
Thank you.
You didn't walk into
That's what you gonna
CVS.
get.
You didn't walk into CVS and just get me some, one flower, some fake flower. You actually put some thought into this. It created effort. It took time, things I don't necessarily often have, and so I'm hoping that that's the case. And to what you call do you call it the poon?
Poom poom. Yeah.
Poom poom.
Yeah. The poom
Poom. Poom poom.
Yeah, the poom poom ain't a present.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'll take it as a present. I'll take it as a present. Okay.
Come on. Listen, player.
For real, player.
Listen,
For real.
You should. I know you well enough to know you getting it on average. So ain't no way you should be taking no poom poom as no gift.
I'll take it anytime, anywhere, any day. All right, listen, let me do this. Grande's back in the house. Browner is here. It is always great to have Jason Lawhead with us. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. Now, today, Alex, just before you got here, I was mentioning that the Padres made a move. Not the kind of move that everybody is going to lose their mind over. This is not a Juan Soto trade. This is not like rumors of Manny Machado possibly signing a longer-term extension before the start of spring training, which is yet to happen. But gosh, it would be cool if it did. This is not a Xander Bogaerts, coming in and, another explosive contract. This is a name that I'm just sort of guessing, unless you're a fantasy baseball guy or maybe a St. Louis Cardinals fan, or you got to be like really hardcore into baseball. Very honestly, this is not a household name, and one that when I saw, I went, Michael Wacha, Michael, I don't know who this person is, had to go look him up, had to study his career a little bit. Do you know anything about? Because me and Jason and Browner were like, I saw the signing, I saw the name, I researched the stats, don't really know the dude. You?
Me? Of course. As the baseball expert here of the show, I'm very, very, very aware of Michael Wacha and where he has played last year. I definitely didn't realize that he played for Boston this morning. That wasn't the first time I knew that. This morning wasn't the first time that I thought that I didn't know he wasn't on the Cardinals still. That was not happening this morning. But what I was impressed by was his resurgence last year. When you look at his numbers and you look at what he did with Boston last year, that's a nice addition to a rotation, a back end addition to this rotation, which was the question marks going into this season anyways.
So last year with Boston, Michael Wacha had 23 starts, and he was 11-2 as a starting pitcher. His ERA was 3.32, which if you just look at his career, I mean, the year before his ERA was over 5. The year before that, his ERA was over 6. The year before that, his ERA was nearby 5. So here's a guy that way back when, yes, it's very nerdy stuff, but it's the data that you have to judge what you're getting. If you go all the way back to 2013, 2014, early in this guy's career, I mean, his ERA was real low. Now, his number of starts was also much lower. But you take a look at, I'm just taking a look at his year in 2015, 30 starts, 17-7 record, an ERA of 3.3. I mean, in 2015, this guy seemed like he was going to be a big star. And then things kind of started to kind of fall apart a little bit, and not terribly. I mean, because even in 2018, 15 starts with the Cardinals, he was 8-2. It's not 25 starts. In 2020, he was with the Mets. He only had 7 starts. And last year in 2021 with Tampa Bay, he had 23 starts, but he had a 3-5 record, and his ERA was over 5. Look, I'm reading to you stats. Okay, this is not. I know you guys think I know everything about baseball, and this is off the top of my head. It's not. I'm reading to you these stats, but I'm doing like my own version of instant analysis. Alex, when you say that he's made a nice comeback, yeah, in 2021, 23 starts. 3-5 record, 5 ERA. You look at last year with Boston, 23 starts, 11-2 with a 3.3 ERA. The guy pitched a bunch of games, won a bunch of games, lowered his ERA, and maybe as a number 4 or 5 starter, maybe the Padres just got a really inexpensive veteran guy who could possibly help them. That's what I would think every Padre fan is thinking and hoping.
Let's ask it this way. What is the weakness of the Padres going into the 2023 season?
Back in rotation.
Yeah, it's 4 and 5.
People would just say the rotation in general. When you look at Michael Wacha and what he did last season, it's better than what Mike Clevenger did. It's better than what Shot Manaea did. And that's the roles that he's taking. He's not coming in here to be an ace. He's not coming in here to take over as the number one guy. He's coming in here to be the back end guy, to give you 20+ starts, to not ruin games the way Mike Clevenger and Sean Manaea were doing at the end of last season. That is an upgrade over those two guys, as long as he can continue. And honestly, even if he doesn't continue as well, he still might be better than those two guys going into the season.
Yeah.
So I think the Padres rotation is probably the biggest red flag, because you don't know how Nick Martinez is going to transition back into a starting pitcher. And you really don't know who your fifth guy is. Is it going to be Morahone? Is it going to be the new guy they brought in? Is it going to be Michael Wacha? So now this gives you an option, because you look at this bullpen, you got Suarez, you got Hader. Nobody got a better bullpen than that at the back end of a bullpen. You look at this infield, you look at what this roster looks like, might be top 3 offensive lineup in all of baseball. So anything that they could add to the starting rotation is a plus. And this dude, as long as he could do what he did last year, it's a plus.
What do you think about that, Browner? Take that.
Look, man.
Waka, 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 waka. Take that, Browner.
Waka, waka. Hey, hey. Waka, waka, waka. Hey, hey.
You just hope you're talking about this guy in July and August still. That's really much what this signing is. Is his name still coming in our breath come July, August? And is he contributing? And are we talking about him? So that's it.
Because you're looking at a guy that's a starter too, because they brought in Seth Lugo, who's more of a reliever for the Mets.
Right.
That's the other guy they brought in.
Right.
So you're brought in another starter, someone that's going to give you innings, hopefully, if he stays healthy. Like last year, the Padres went with a 6-man rotation for a lot of the season, which ended up working out for him. But I think this just adds flexibility. To me, this is not a minus move anywhere. This is just a guy you got him on the cheap. I think what they gave him $7 million for 1 year. You didn't give him a monster contract. The reports were that this dude was looking for 2 years, $30 million minimum going into the offseason. And so you got him on the cheap. He's young. And if he works out, great. If he doesn't, you got him on the cheap.
I think that you're going to see a resurgent year from him because of where he's pitching, similar to what he did last year. As you can see, at his best, his ERA is around 3.
Nerd alert. Nerd alert. Browner's breaking out stats. Browner's going with ERAs.
Well, first of all,
What's his whip, Browner?
First of all,
what's his WAR, Browner?
I'm basic stat. I just gave y'all ERA. Don't bebop me. I didn't go down to 8 stats like you did. I did 1 stat, ERA.
Yeah, but you're not a stat guy. You don't believe in numbers.
I had to give you one. I got to speak the nerds' language to get their ear to tell them what I'm about to say after the number. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if he is around the 3 that he's used to as the 4th or 5th starter on this team and this lineup, his record is going to look fantastic. And that 3 won't be bad at all, because we should be getting 5 and 6 runs a game. So there's 2 sets of numbers for y'all. So I like it. It doesn't hurt. The worst thing that could happen is he sucks and you toss him out. The best thing that could happen is this guy gives you what he gave you last year, and now you cook it with gas. Unless the government comes and take your stove.
I like that good teams have gone and sought out this guy, right? His track record of where he's played has been in places where these people, know baseball and know how to put together teams. St. Louis, Tampa Bay has done a great job at being able to put together pitching staffs and grow their farm system. Obviously, Boston is a good place. So I think that's a nice thing where, another good team has wanted him. That could be for confidence. Like, hey, look, I got a real chance to not only turn it around, but to be on a real winner. And he's had these stops. So hopefully
here's a beep bop, bop, boop bop for you. All 6 potential starting pitchers for the Padres posted an ERA of lower than 3.6 last year. All 6 of them.
It's beautiful.
All 6 of them. All of them pitched over 100 innings except Lugo. So you're looking at a rotation that, if they can do what they did last year, is there like is there a Scherzer Cy Young winner on this rotation? Maybe not. But do you have 2 top guys, 3 when you include Blake Snell in September only? Like they have 3 top guys and 3 other guys that can fill in some slots. I like it.
He just needs to help you get to October. He probably won't be, other than anything other than maybe a long inning guy or a spot 4th starter if he had a good year come October.
See, I hope he is, because he has proven himself in those pinches to be worth it. I remember him pitching big for the Cardinals when they were making playoff runs. So that's the only reason why I remembered his name, because he's got a weird name, but That's why it stuck out to me, because I remember him pitching big games for the Cardinals. So if you can have that guy on your staff with this team right now, what they are projecting to do, it's nothing but good. It's nothing but good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who's in his early 30s, and he's only got a 1-year contract. And, you know, to your point about wanting a 2-year, $30 million deal, you have a 1-year, $7 million deal. So the one thing I think we can count on from this guy is he going to go out there and give it his best shot, because after this year, assuming he has a good year, he's got one more chance as a guy in his early 30s to maybe get a big-time contract. You know, right. So I think, you know, you got to kind of count on that. All right, stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studio. 7milecasino.com is the website. Grande's in the house. Browner's in the house. Jason Lawhead is here today. Coming up, what happened to Browner yesterday? What? I'm going into this with no judgment at all. I'm willing to listen to the story, and then we can ask questions. But I will just say this. One of us here yesterday said he ain't buying it. He ain't buying it. We'll get to the story. We'll let Browner tell it. Stick around. This is Kaplan and Crew. We're coming right back.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Brought to you by MedCline. Sleep better, feel better, live better.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Murray Lampert now brings architectural and interior design to a whole new level for your remodel, ADU, or whole house build.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Visit murraylampert.com.
This is a huge wall. I'm sure it presented some challenges.
You're right, Sarah. And what it was in the model we noticed there it was too much wood. This was supposed to be clad. And with the beautiful stairs and railings, we realized that we need to come up with a different finish. So we used these reglets that are metal with the drywall, and it gave it this grid look that also matches up with the beams.
Wow, that came out beautiful. If you want to see how they conquered more design challenges, check out Our Family, Your Home.
Sponsored by The Barnes Firm. Proud to support Black History Month. Car crash? Call 1-800-8-million for a free consultation.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
For many consumers, sleeping at night should be an easy experience. For many, it's not. There are a number of reasons for that, most notably those that suffer from acid reflux or heartburn. There are also many individuals dealing with various pains or ailments. MedCline is a sleep solution company with our goal to allow people to have a healthy and peaceful night's sleep. And we do that with our therapeutic side sleeping systems. Our patented, clinically studied MedCline relief systems are designed to place an adult in an elevated side sleeping position, which can help them reduce the symptoms or issues they're dealing with. MedCline systems are registered with the FDA, and as a medical product, MedCline systems are qualified for use with FSA and HSA funds. For anyone looking for more information, you can visit medcline.com/sleepbetter.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Kaplan from Kaplan and Crew Tonight here on Cox Your View. Just want to tell everybody that Cox TV home base throughout Southern California. But you can get us on radio on 1090. You can get us on our YouTube channel, all the different audio podcast platforms. And I want to say thank you very much to a San Diego-based company that's selling all over the world. That's MedCline, M-E-D-C-L-I-N-E, medcline.com. They're going to change the way you sleep. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.